So almost finishing with the second one also, right? So once we are done with that exercise, again switching pens, or first we can add an orb here, right? And then comes the time for weaving, starting from the center. So you can either just add straight lines or again add that loop stroke, right? So that is entirely up to you. There are a whole lot of other things that you can add, something like a gem or a pearl, yeah. So that is entirely your choice. I'm not deviating from laces. This O5 is a fantastic nib to draw backgrounds. It looks beautiful. Very fine nib. Yeah. And then looping inside these circles like this. Yeah. To give it that laced look. So I'm going to be doing that inside all. Fine work. Will take time. No hurry, take your time and gradually do that. Yeah. Same stroke, eek, loops close to each other, crossing each other, fine loops. Yeah, give that lace kind of feel, thread work kind of feel. So just take your time and do that exercise for all the orbs. So I'm almost finishing here, adding the same looping inside the orbs, trying to keep the inner orb intact so that that small little white is visible. Black is visible. Yeah. So there are small little spaces left in between, your choice completely. You can either keep it as it is looking nice, or you can add some fine lines with your O5. So the same pen, just wherever the space is a little more, you can always connect it with fine lines. Yeah, it will look nice. Not many, just 1 or 2, 3 lines here and there, and they look all laced up. Yeah, same on the other side. Wherever you find a little space, just add 1 or 2 lines. Instead of inking, I think that would be a better idea. Generally in the tangle ornamental, this space has smaller orbs, but here the space is pretty tiny, so I'm not getting into that. Just adding fine lines with my O5. Yeah, and we are done. Yeah, so moving on to the next. So again, this section will be again lacy. So we haven't really tried something in square. So let's today add some squares like this and a circle inside. Again, a different type of lace, that's the only thing, right? So we are trying out different types of laces here. So again a knob, complete square here, knob, square, knob, yeah, square, knob, right? Now the first thing that I'm going to do is add some looping, both inside and outside. Like this, fine looping, right? So once we are done with that looping, the next step is to take your O8 and connect the inside op to the outside. I'm just adding a dot and then connecting, right? Because there has to be a stitch, yeah, something like that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, yeah. Laces, real fun. Doing the same for all, adding a little dot as I start my line. In fact, you can add looping to these internal lines also, they will definitely add, but I'm not doing that here, right? So once we are done that, again the same crisscross or probably straight lines. So drawing straight lines, straight line grid. I will again convert it into a grid, yeah. Don't forget to switch your pen, the grid needs to be finer, otherwise you will not get that get up, yeah. So switch to your O5 and add a nice fine grid. Like this, yeah. Again here, here, again vertical lines, take your time, slowly add the square grid. We covered the aura this side, so let us do that this side also, yeah, that's okay. Make it uniform and add an extra aura. Be careful with jelly roll or you end up smudging it, yeah. Now again pick up your O8 and add the same dots all over, yeah. So requires your time and patience. Take your time, no hurry, stretch yourself, take a walk and get back to it as you feel relaxed. Laces is fine work, yeah. So you will get that look only when you, so just covering up for my you can see how simple grid structure works wonders as far as laces is concerned. Yeah, they look very nice. Lacy pattern. Tangle floors in different ways. You can just manipulate the grid, give it diamond look, give it square look, whatever you want. Yeah. So I will do the same on the other side. So done with that exercise, again use your O5 and do some looping. Probably a little bigger one. Since the laces are broad. Both sides. Yeah. If you want, you can leave the aura as such, or you can add fine lines inside it, right? So I'm going to leave the aura as such. Let us move on to shading our tiles now. So we have done 2 tiles today. So as far as the first one is concerned, I will just add some graphite here inside. Yeah. So I have added graphite inside, right, under this lace like thing that I have drawn, then on both sides of shattuck. Just the way we shade shattuck, I am just following the same principle here also. These 2 sides. So don't forget to redo lines wherever the whites have gone grey. The main lines, yeah. And you can add some here. Just the way we shade shattuck, where lines are going under and on the edges. Yeah, let's blend this much. I don't see any other place where we can add. Yeah, then slight, the very light hand blend the inside. Just soften the graphite. Yeah. So we have darkened the edges a little so that our center piece pops up, right? And then the shattuck, both ends and here. Right? So I think you have got a hang of how to draw laces by now. We've already drawn about 6 to 8 tiles, so probably I am going to wrap up the series in 1 or 2 more sessions. Yeah. So moving on to chalk now. a little touch in the center. You can touch a little around your main design, just a little. Yeah, and then this part of the shattuck. Same on this side. Yeah, now blend, pick up a different outline and just soften. Make sure it doesn't look patchy. Little blending around your center design. I'm not going into tangling each and every tangle that I have drawn in the center. It's small. I want it to stand out, so not shading it much, just shading around it. Yeah, and then the shattuck, just blur the graph chalk to give that shimmer kind of look on your shattuck. Luster, shine, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so that's about shading this style. We don't need to do anything else. Moving on to this one, again just add on both sides. So try out different things with crosses also. You can add some zigzag, you can add the mesh look, whatever you feel like. Yeah, as far as this part is concerned, I'll just add some inside. Just keep a little distance from the main line, or you can go back to it and redo it. That's your choice. Yeah. So let's blend that first and we'll see if we want to add something more. Right, so just blending the graphite. I personally don't like to add graphite to laces, but yes, it does add that extra plus factor as you shade. Right, so the highs and lows always add, it adds depth. You can see the net is looking like it is under and the design is over, right? So you can get that effect only when you add some whites and graphites. So just take your time, have fun, shade the way you want. No hard and fast rules. I'm avoiding shading inside black. Yeah, so now just blend the whites, just like a highlight in the center as we did in the previous one. not getting into inside the square, keeping it black. Yeah, just added a highlight, and then just blend this white around your flower. Yeah, if you want you can add a little here also. The lines are thin, I don't want to add because the lines will go gray. So just a mild touch. The lines have gone gray, so I'm just giving a slight touch and then we will retouch the line. Yeah, I think we don't need much, so just pick up your 08 once again and redo the lines where they have gone gray. Slowly touch those lines again. Yeah, not much, this was the only part I think, and here again touching the line. Yeah, that's about it. We don't need to do anything else. So our 2 tiles for today are ready. Yeah, so hope you enjoyed drawing with me. Don't forget to put your chalk. Always sign and date your tiles. Give a moment to appreciate them. Today is 22nd, right? So always appreciate your tile. Express your gratitude towards the finest of tools that you are using, right? And I shall see you again with another new session, right? Probably the last session. Bye bye, take care.